இன்றைய சிறப்பு விருந்தினர் நமக்கு வந்து திருமதி கீதா கிருஷ்ணராஜ் அவர்கள், மேவரிக் ஃபிட்னஸ் ஸ்டுடியோவினுடைய சிஇஓ மற்றும் ப்ரோக்ராம் டைரக்டர். அவர்களை சந்திப்பதில் மிக்க மகிழ்ச்சி. வணக்கம்.
வணக்கம். தேங்க்யூ.
ஸோ எனக்கு டெஃபினட்டாக நீங்கள் வந்து ஒரு ஃபிட்னஸ் இண்டஸ்ட்ரியிலே பீன் டூயிங் எக்ஸ்ட்ரீம்லி வெல். உங்களுடைய பேசிக் லைஃப்பை பற்றி, அதாவது உங்களுடைய கெரியரை ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணது, உங்களுடைய ஸ்கூல், அதை பற்றி தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும்னு கொஞ்சம் ஆர்வமாக இருக்கும் ஆக்சுவலாக. கேன் யூ ப்ளீஸ்?
பிறந்தது, வளர்ந்தது, வாழ்ந்தது எல்லாமே சென்னையில் தான். நிறைய ஊருக்கு போயிருக்கேன், ஆனால் எப்போதுமே வீடுங்கிறது சென்னை தான். இன்ஃபேக்ட் ஒரே பின்கோடு தான். பிறந்ததுலேருந்து கல்யாணம் ஆகி இருந்தது பூராவே ஒரே பின்கோடு. பட் லாட் ஆஃப் எக்ஸ்போஷர் இன் டேர்ம்ஸ் ஆஃப் நாட் ஓன்லி பிளேசஸ், டிஃப்ரெண்ட் டைப்ஸ் ஆஃப் ஆக்டிவிட்டிஸ். ஸோ குழந்தையா இருக்கிற சமயம் என்னோட பெற்றோர்கள் வந்து டாக்குமெண்ட்ரி ஃபில்ம் மேக்கர்ஸ். அதனால் அவங்களோட எல்லா இடத்துக்கும் போயிருக்கோம். ஒரு நாள் ராஷ்டிரபதி பவனில் பிரசிடெண்ட்டை மீட் பண்ண போவோம், அடுத்த நாள் சைடு ஷாப்பில் டீ குடிச்சிட்ருப்போம், திடீர்னு ஒரு சன்னியாசி இன்டர்வியூன்னு போவோம், அடுத்த நாள் ஒரு இண்டஸ்ட்ரியலிஸ்டோட இன்டர்வியூன்னு போவோம். ஸோ எக்ஸ்போஷர்னு பார்த்தா சைல்ட்ஹுட்டில் மோர் தென் ஸ்கூல் காலேஜ் படிப்புங்கிறதோட ஜாஸ்தி தென் பீப்புள் ஐ காட் டு மீட், ஐ காட் அன் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி டு இன்ட்ராக்ட் வித் on a one-on-one basis was humongous. That actually opened up the vistas of how the world operates. And வெறும் நம்ம படிப்பு மட்டும், நம்ம படித்தது மட்டும் இல்லாமல், ஏன்னா ஸ்கூல்லலாம் பார்த்தா நான் ரொம்ப சாதாரண ஸ்டூடெண்ட். எனக்கு நெய்தர் வாஸ் ஐ அகாடமிக்லி இன்வால்வ்ட். எனக்கு ஆக்சுவலி போர் அடிக்கும், சொன்னத்தையே திருப்பி திருப்பி பண்ணுறதுக்கு. நெவர் யூஸ் டு பி மை டில் 10th standard I was a very average below in the student because அந்த ஸ்ட்ரக்சர்டு இதில் ஈடுபாடு வரவே இல்லை. ஒன்லி வென் ஐ ஸ்டார்டட் 11th and 12th வந்து எனக்கு பிடிச்சது நான் செலக்ட் பண்ணி என்னால் அதில் ஐ கேன் இனோவேட், ஐ கேன் ஸ்டார்ட் கான்ட்ரிபியூட்டிங்கிற சமயம் தான் என்னோட இதுவே வந்தது. ஸோ சைல்ட்ஹுட் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஐ திங்க் ஐ ஓ இட் என்டையர்லி டு மை பேரண்ட்ஸ் ஃபார் ஹேவிங் கிவன் மீ தி ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி டு interact. And I'm not saying interact not only very important people or very இது in all levels. ஸோ கிராமத்தில் ஒரு நாள் ஷூட் பண்ணிட்டுருப்போம், அப்போ அந்த கிராமத்தில் அந்த வீட்டில் தான் we will go, we will eat there, we will be with them. Or we may be in பன்னா டைமண்ட் மைன்ஸில் ஷூட்டிங்னா அங்கே அந்த மைன்குள்ளே எப்படி இருக்குங்கிறது. ஸோ எக்ஸ்போஷர் வைஸ் எல்லாம் இன் ஆல் லெவல்ஸ் கொடுத்ததுனால ஒரு மாதிரி லைஃபுங்கிறது இஸ் நாட் ஜஸ்ட் திஸ், நாட் ஜஸ்ட் தட் அப்படின்னு ஒரு டிமார்க்கேஷன் இல்லாமல் வளர்கிற ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி கிடச்சிது. அஃப்கோர்ஸ் ஸ்கூலிங் வந்து ரோஸ்ரி மெட்ரிகுலேஷனில் பண்ணேன், அப்புறம் ஆதர்ஷ் வித்யாலயா பண்ணேன், அப்புறம் காலேஜ் வந்து எத்ராஜ் காலேஜில் did my corporate secretaryship. In fact, one of the first batches to do corporate secretaryship and one of the first people who liked what I was studying. நிறைய பேர் வந்து காலேஜ் சேர்ந்தோன்னே வந்து சொல்லுவாங்க, நான் நினச்சி சேர்ந்தது ஒன்று, எனக்கு இது பிடிக்கவே இல்லை, ரெண்டாவது செகண்ட் இயர் தேர்ட் இயர்லலாம் they immediately feel that this is not what I want to do. But touch wood, fortunately for me, I enjoyed what I was studying from there on, whether it was the internship or the new way in which we got to experience the whole thing. So it was a really blessed childhood to grow up, blessed life, but to start off itself a very blessed childhood to start.
அது சின்ன வயசுலேருந்தே உங்களுக்கு வந்து ஒரு என்டர்ப்ரனர்ஷிப்புக்கு உண்டான எக்ஸ்போஷர் இருந்ததுன்னு சொன்னது வந்து ஒரு இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்கான விஷயம். ஹவுக்கம் அதிலிருந்து நீங்கள் வந்து டாக்குமெண்ட்ரி ஃபிலிம் அது ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ணி வந்திருக்கீங்க. எப்படி ஃபிட்னஸ் ஃபீலுக்கு வந்தீங்க? ஃபிட்னஸ் அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து உங்களுக்கு எப்படி
தான் ஐ மஸ்ட் சே, ஏன்னா எனக்கும் ஃபிட்னஸுக்கும் 2003க்கு முன்னாடி ஃபிட்னஸோட எனக்கு சம்பந்தமே கிடையாது. I'm a classical dancer, been on stage for a very long time, and so I've always been fit. But ஃபிட்டுங்கிறது நாட் இன் த சென்ஸ் ஆஃப் தி ஃபிட்னஸ் பேரடைம். இப்போ இருக்கிற ஃபிட்னஸ்ங்கிற கான்செப்டில் கிடையாது. எப்போவுமே ஆக்டிவாக இருந்திருக்கேன். டான்ஸர் 9 வயசில் அரங்கேற்றம், அதனால் அப்போலேருந்து ஸ்டேஜ் பர்ஃபார்மன்ஸஸ் அண்ட் 3 மணி நேரம் ஆடுறதுக்கு இட் வாஸ் அ நேச்சுரல் ஃபினாமினா. இட் வாஸ் நாட் சம்திங் தட் வி டிட் செப்பரேட்லி, இட் வாஸ் பார்ட் ஆஃப் லைஃப் ஸ்டைல். எனக்கும் கிறிஸ்ராஜுக்கும் 1995ல் கல்யாணம் ஆச்சு. அப்போது நான் I was still involved in media, I was directing serials and I was involved in my own work schedule. Krishraj was independently involved in his work schedule. He is one of India's leading leader for Blue Star. He's a dealer across the country and his company is very well known in that field. So the year 2002 end, I think, he said, I want to do something else. ஒரு டைவர்சிஃபிகேஷனாக என்ன பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்னா he has always been a sports person, a fitness person. He used to work out right from his childhood. And எங்கள் வீட்டில் வந்து ஒரு ரூமில் எல்லா மெஷின் போட்டிருக்கோம். ஸோ 2002 அவர் வந்து ஜிம்மில் பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்னோடனே என்னோடய ஃபஸ்ட்டு ரியாக்ஷன் வந்து எனக்கு ரூம் கிடைக்கும், ஜிம் சாமான்லாம் வெளியில் போயிடும், எனக்கு ஒரு ரூம் வீட்டில் கிடைச்சிடும் அப்படிங்கிற இதில் started. And my involvement when we launched Maverick in 2003, என்னோட involvement was only business aspect, the administration to put streamline. Fitness per se எனக்கு டைரெக்டாக இன்வால்மெண்ட் இல்லை. இன்ஃபேக்ட் ஐ மஸ்ட் பி ஆனஸ்ட் தட் even the first initial few years என்னை வந்து ஒர்க் அவுட்டுக்கு வாங்க அப்படின்லாம் ட்ரெயினர் கூப்பிட்டா நான் டான்ஸ் பண்ணுறேன், எனக்கு எதுக்கு ஒர்க் அவுட் அப்படிங்கிற இதில் தான் இருப்பேன். Then it so happened that I was celebrating my silver jubilee on stage and we had a whole series of programs and suddenly my left knee started giving me trouble. And அப்போ எனக்கு பர்சனலாக இவ்வளோ ஆடுறோம், இவ்வளோ ஃபிட்டாக இருக்கோன்னு நம்ம நினைக்கிறோம், அப்போ வந்து நம்மளுக்கு எப்படி இப்படி ஆகும்னு நினச்சி when I started researching and finding out, I realized that you don't dance to exercise. You exercise so that you can dance better. So exercise is foundation. நான் டான்ஸ் ஆடுறேன், நான் வாக்கிங் போகிறேன், நான் ஸ்போர்ட்ஸ் விளையாடுறேங்கிறது does not become an exercise because our lifestyle itself is very sedentary. So you had to exercise in order to be able to do everything else in your life. And that is when experientially எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சது exercise எவ்வளோ முக்கியம்னு. So personally I started exercising. அப்போவும் it was only in the way of I wanting to be healthier and fitter. It so happened that in 2009 we had a small setback, I must say, in Maverick. We had several centers, 10 centers that were operating, and the person whom we had hired as our main in charge, suddenly there was some rift and he decided to resign overnight, taking with him 20 of my key employees. எல்லா சென்டர் ஹெட்ஸ் எல்லா மெயின் ஸ்டாஃபை வச்சுட்டு ஓவர் நைட் 8 மணிக்கு ரெசிக்னேஷன் வந்தது தட் we will all quit overnight அப்படின்னு. So Krisha asked me, so what do you want to do? Because in 10 different places in Salem, Coimbatore, Madurai, Pondicherry, so many places there were gyms. It's not only in Chennai. And how do you want to handle the whole thing? At that point, somewhere the strength came and I said, நம்ம ஆரம்பிச்சது ஒருத்தரை நம்பி ஆரம்பிக்கல, நம்ம மேல இருக்கிற நம்பிக்கையில தான் ஆரம்பிச்சிருக்கோம். We have not started it thinking that someone from somewhere will tomorrow come and help you. We believe, because I still remember 2002 என்ன மாதிரி டைவர்சிஃபிகேஷன் பண்ணணும்னு நினைக்கிற சமயம் கிருஷாஜோட ஃபர்ஸ்ட் தாட்டே என்னன்னா, செய்யறது should be something that is useful to society. ஏன்னா வெறும் பிஸ்னஸ்னா we could have always started maybe a bar, maybe something else. That was not the intention. The idea was business we're doing well, we know. We want to do something that is useful for everyone, and that is how the idea of fitness itself came into his mind. So I told him, let's not look back, let's go ahead. We hardly had an issue for less than 24 hours because thankfully with your help and support we were able to fill in the positions immediately and we strided. But அந்த சிச்சுவேஷனில் எனக்கு தோணினது என்னன்னா, we should not be dependent on someone else for the main pillar of our business. ஏன்னா பிஸ்னஸ்ங்கிறது is not only about வரவு செலவு investment. What is it that you are dealing in? You should have control over that. அது தெரியாம வெறும் in terms of investments, it's not like that. So I said that, and touch wood, I already was involved in fitness. எனக்கே எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஷியலாக தெரிஞ்சதுனால I realized how crucial fitness is. And being a dancer, I always relished the joy of having a fit body. அதனால within 1 year, I did 5 international certifications because I said it's not about saying I'm your boss to my team. They have to respect me. They have to come forward and say that what you say is right. And unless I earn their respect, I cannot command over them. So அவங்கள நான் ரெஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ண வைக்கணும்னா, and all of them were pretty good in their industry already. They were already fitness trainers for several years. They already knew what they were doing. But there was no uniform language. எல்லாரும் அவங்க பாஷையில் பேசிட்டு இருப்பாங்களே தவிர, ஒரு Maverick, ஒரு பிராண்ட், அதை நம்ம கன்சால்டேட் பண்ணி சொல்லணும்னா there has to be a uniform voice. So I said, okay, 1 year, let me take that challenge. So suddenly from directing and dancing and acting and administration, I jumped to fitness. I went to New Zealand for a certification. I went to Canada for a certification. I got myself qualified as a holistic lifestyle coach from the Czech Institute in USA. I did my metabolic typing advisory from the Health Excel in UK. And I qualified myself so that I can feel I know what I'm talking about before I can take charge of the business. Adukapram there was no looking back, because there was a sense of pride and there was a sense of humility that something has been handed over to us and we have to do it right. And already it's a successful business, it's already there. And Krish Raj gave me full open reins. He said, do what you want. He never at any point ever asked me why this or why not this or it should not be like this. அது மாதிரி எந்த மாதிரி ஒரு தடையும் கொடுக்கல. He was so supportive and he immediately said, I know that you have the best interest and I know that you can do it, so you come up with the idea, you come up. So he gave me a total free rein on how to streamline and make the systems into place and get everything into us. So I think we are today looking back, that was such a beautiful turn, because I must say I found my calling because of something that was unintended. It was not even on the cards for me. யாராவது நான் காலேஜ் படிக்கிற சமயம் நீங்கள் ஃபிட்னஸில் இப்படி பண்ணுவீங்களான்னு சொன்னால் சத்தியமாக நான் இல்லைன்னு தான் சொல்லிப்பேன். எனக்கு அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு ஐடியா இருந்ததே இல்லை. பட் somehow the life gives you certain opportunities, and I think it's your duty to grab them and make the best of them. Without that, you cannot say that எனக்கு அது வந்தால் மட்டும்தான் நான் செய்வேன் அப்படின்னா, அது வருமோ வராதோ வாழ்க்கை பூரா நம்ம உட்காண்டே இருக்க வேண்டியது தான். வந்தது அவ்வளோ பிளாட்டரில் ஒரு ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி வந்தால் அதை நான் கிராப் பண்ணேன், அவ்வளோதான், வேறு எதுவுமே இல்லை. தட் ஐ வாஸ் வில்லிங் டு டேக் தட் ரிஸ்க் அண்ட் கிராப் தி ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி தட் லைஃப் கேவ் மீ, தட் ஐ கேன் continue to do something that was useful and productive.
The Maverick name sounds good. Most of the people have got that. What is that Maverick? அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும்னு எல்லாருக்கும் ஒரு ஆர்வம் இருக்குது.
First I must say gratefully, Maverickங்கிற பேர் வச்சது எங்கள் குரு மாத்ரியாரா. So I still remember 2002ல அவர் நேம்ஸ் எல்லாம் டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கிற சமயம் நான் எதானு சொல்லுவேன், கிருஷா எதானு சொல்லுவா, பட் he wouldn't be convinced. இல்லை அவர் எதானு சொன்னால் கூட எனக்கு எடுபடாது. So he came up and he said, let's call it Maverick அப்படின்னார். So அவரோட grace, the name was given to the business as Maverick. Maverickங்கிறது it means non-conformist. அப்படின்னா someone who does not follow a set path is not a follower, it's a leader who makes their own rules, follows their own path, creates a new avenue, and somehow the whole thing appealed so much to Krish Raj and me that we loved the name Maverick, and it's been beautiful having that name because I think it represents everything that we stand for.
So recently வந்து Maverick வந்து apart from the fitness, அதாவது gym, public gym மட்டும் இல்லாம I think you have taken some diversification.
Yes.
In Maverick.
Yes.
What is that you are getting into schools or colleges? We could see a lot of article about that.
Yes. 2013 when we were celebrating our 10th anniversary, we were quite a successful product. We were known in the markets in which we were visible, and everything had happened at a certain pace. But Krish Raj was not satisfied. He is a kingmaker. He is not the person in the front. He doesn't like the limelight. He doesn't like to be in front of the camera. But he is the one who keeps pushing everyone. He wants things. He will keep pushing till you deliver. He is that kind of a person. Someone to whom if you learn the knack of working, you can go places, kind of a thing. So he kept on insisting to me that it is 10th anniversary, and while business wise we may be successful, the number of lives we have touched or number of people to whom it has become a culture that they have to exercise has come down very little. And அவருக்கு எப்போவுமே குழந்தைகளுக்கு எதானு பண்ணணும்னு ஒரு ஆசை. So he said we should introduce a program for children. We should introduce a program for children. I was a little reticent because I was not yet confident how we can present it. I said I need at least 2 months to do my research and figure out, because I am not a sports person. I have never played any sport. Summa school la viladirukene thavara nothing that can be even called as being involved in a sports. And most of the schools have sports period where they introduce training for a special sport. So, sports based curriculum are available plenty. And I said I cannot participate in something where I do not have expertise over, because it will not make any sense. So, he said okay, take your time, but come up with something that will be unique and different and something that will directly work on the children. So, we launched in November 2013. We decided to call it Maverick Fit Kids. It is a program that works on the multiple intelligence of a child. So, it is not only about sports, we teach a little bit about sports also, but it is more on a physical education. And if physical education has taken a huge turn, because initially physical education, PT, PE abdina, it used to mean what you can do about your body. So, how healthy are you? Do you know how to use your hand muscles, leg muscles? It never used to be more than that. Now, the very term physical education is through your body, making your body, because science shows that your body is instrumental in learning. It is not just your brain that has to learn, your entire body is involved in the learning process, and actually they call it embodied learning. Your learning happens through your body, and the movement pattern in your body actually helps in retaining the whole thing. So, today there are any number of curriculum that has come to teach even regular subjects using bodily movements, making it more proactive, make it experiential learning. So, embodied learning. So, I thought, given my interest in so many different areas, in dancing, in direction, in writing, in speaking, in music and in fitness, I thought I should be able to give the children an opportunity to experience physical literacy by using their body intelligently and creating a need and a desire in them to move. First, become fit by moving your body. And it was sedentary lifestyle vandirthu. Adu illama moving your body is primary. Then you go into detailing, and of course, we have programs where we have special programs for sports related training, we have special, but our primary curriculum is from kindergarten to 12th standard. It is a physical literacy program to make the child confident, competent movers, using their body to move in all planes, and embodied learning is the primary goal that you learn. So, in a program it is done with music, it is done with cross curricular exposure. So, like for example, there is a graph layout and children go find their coordinates and stand there and do an exercise, or there are addition dices, or there is a map of India and they say run to Kashmir and do 10 push-ups, go to Kanyakumari and do. So, it's more intelligent, it is not just exercise per se, and it is a holistic platform where we teach them how they have to be hygienic, healthy, nutritious, exercising, everything is there, and it is structured from 12th to from LKG, UKG to 12th standard, and then the age appropriate. So, I did a few certifications on cognitive enhancement using your physical body, about child developmental milestones. So, I ensured that I knew what I was talking about, and then prepared the entire curriculum, and it is delivered using technology. So, children get access to a online account where they can follow, do the exercise, get music, quiz, interact with friends, earn stars, and it has to be new age for the new generation. So, Madri, and 2013 we started planning in 2013 November, and we launched it by 2014 June. In a span of 8 months we were into schools, and the program is also hierarchically based not only on the school age, but also on the fitness age. So, 3rd standard in one school is not the same 3rd standard in another school, because suppose they have come after doing 1st and 2nd with us, 3rd standard is very different curriculum. If you are joining in 3rd, it is a very different curriculum, because it is based on what we need to teach the children when they start off. So, it has been a very beautiful journey with Maverick Fit Kids. We also launched into corporates, we call it wellness at work. இப்போ மோஸ்ட் ஆஃப் த கார்ப்பரேட் ஹவுசஸ் வாண்ட் டு ப்ரொவைட் அ ஸ்பேஸ் வேர் their employees can be fit and healthy, and they don't want just a gym space verum equipment pottu vena. They want a fraternity, they want to be motivated, they want events that can inspire them, and they want to make it into a kind of a corporate social environment where people can interact and get inspired by each other. So we are into several corporates including Cognizant all over India and TCS in Hexaware, Shell. So what we do is we take up the space, they give us the space, and we set up the gym, and our entire process is again using a lot of technology. So not only are there workouts, there are a host of assessments that I do as a internationally certified trainer. We do a lot of motivational events, talks, and form them into clubs so that they can interact. And inspiration need not come only from one source, it has to come actually from people you work with, your peers. So we create an atmosphere where they can interact, and it has been hugely successful that people have started responding, and the awareness has come in that it is their responsibility to be fit. அப்படிங்கிற ஏன்னா 2003 முதல்ல லான்ச் பண்ண சமயம் நான் எக்ஸசைஸ் பண்ண சொன்னால் எனக்கு பெனிஃபிட் வரா மாதிரி பார்ப்பாங்க. இப்போ அட்லீஸ்ட் it has come where they understand that it is very, very crucial for their benefit.
It's quite interesting to know schools kids and they are exercising and you are giving curriculum to them. Do you really think they are really taking it very seriously, students or the management?
என்னை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் in practical experience, LKG we are launching only next year, we have not started. From first standard to 8th standard, the response is humongous. The children love the Maverick program. In fact, எப்படின்னா பேரண்ட்ஸ் கம் அண்ட் டெல் அஸ் நாளைக்கு பூஜை இருக்குது, லீவ் எடுன்னா மேவரிக் செஷன் இருக்குது, விட மாட்டேங்கிறாங்க, கொஞ்சம் நீங்கள் சொல்லுங்கன்னா நான் சொன்னேன் நாங்கள் எப்படி சொல்லுவோம் லீவ் எடுன்னு சொல்ல மாட்டோன்னு. அதே மாதிரி தெர் இஸ் த சைக்காலஜி வேர் தே யூஸ் டு திங்க் இஃப் யூ ஆர் நாட் டிசிப்ளின் தென் யூ ரன் அரவுண்ட் த கோர்ட் 3 times அப்படின்னு எக்ஸசைஸ் பண்ணுறது ஒரு பனிஷ்மெண்ட்டாக நம்ம ஸ்கூலில் வச்சுருந்தோம். அதை மாற்றி இப்போ என்னென்னா நீ டிசிப்ளின்டாக இல்லைன்னா உன்னை மேவரிக்கில் அலோவ் பண்ண மாட்டேன்னா ஹீ இஸ் டிசிப்ளின். ஸோ த ஹோல் scenario has changed where exercise is not a punishment, exercise is something that you must be involved in and want to participate in. So we've been hugely successful in the age bracket first standard to 8th standard. 9th to 12th it's a little bit of a difficult start because we are starting at that age. See, இப்போ 3rd 4th la pannina குழந்தைல எனக்கு 8th 9th வருஷமே I will not have a problem because they are already into the culture. Now I am trying to do repair work because already 9, 10 they have already developed their own adolescent opinions on what is or what is not necessary. So it is a little bit of a push, but what we do is we give them, it's a very different program for 9, 10, 11, 12 where we give them the opportunity to select what you want to do. So it's more like there are a lot of stations, there's a lot of music, you can form your own group, you can select, except the initial few sessions where we teach them, you know, onnume theriyama they can't do. So first few weeks all exercises are taught, but after that we make them design their program so that they have this sense of freedom and they don't feel spoon fed. That is the greatest challenge with adolescents, that they don't want to think they are following your guidelines. So we have been progressing pretty well. I'm sure that in a year or two it will become a culture. Right now it is a repair work that we are doing. So hopefully people who participate are very happy. It is those who have never participated to get them, especially the girls. அதுவும் நம்ம கல்ச்சரில் 8th 9th வரத்துக்குள்ளேயே நீ வந்து do a jumping jack, no, they're so inhibited, they don't want to even move. So breaking that barrier takes a little time, and my trainers are all trained by me directly. So I keep telling them that never once you will make them feel out of place, because you give a feedback in front of everyone, they'll stop, they won't do it again. So romba in the training, not only exercise, the handling of the children is a huge lesson that we teach the trainers so that they know we don't want them to make exercise a punishment. We want, the idea itself is not about whether you did 10 push-ups today. Idea is, do you want to do push-ups for the rest of your life? So அந்த கோல் இருக்கிறதுனால the approach itself is very different.
இப்போ ரீசெண்டாக பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஃபிட்னஸில் வந்து முதல்ல எல்லாருக்கும் நமக்கு தெரிஞ்சதெல்லாம் அந்த ஏஜ் குரூப்பில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு ரன்னிங் முடிச்சிட்டாவே ஒரு பெரிய அச்சீவ்மெண்ட் பண்ண மாதிரி. இப்போ வந்து வெயிட் ட்ரைனிங்கிறாங்க, கோர் ட்ரைனிங்கிறாங்க. இந்த டிஃப்ரென்சஸ் வந்து வாட் யூ ரியலி சஜஸ்ட் ஒரு காமன் மேன் வந்து எதெல்லாம் பண்ணணும், எதெல்லாம் பண்ணக்கூடாது? இப்போ வந்து நம்மளுடைய தாட் ப்ராசஸில் ஒரு ரன்னிங் போயிட்டு வந்தால் ஒரு ஒர்க் முடிச்ச மாதிரி, ஒரு 45 மினிட்ஸ் வாக் போனால் போதும் அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி இருக்குது. வாட் இஸ் த டிஃப்ரென்ஸ் பிட்வீன் கோர், வெயிட் அண்ட் கார்டியோ? அந்த ஒரு
இப்போ நம்ம வந்து இஃப் யூ டேக் தி ஏன்ஷியன்ட் மேன், கேவ் மேன், ஒரு கேவ் மேனால் சர்வைவல் ஹேப்பன்ஸ் த்ரூ சர்டன் ஃபிசிக்கல் ஆக்டிவிட்டீஸ். லைக் அவன் வந்து சிங்கம் வந்தால் ஹீல் ஹாவ் டு ஹாவ் த ஸ்ட்ரென்த் டு கில் த அனிமல். ஹீல் ஹாவ் டு கேரி stuff all across, maybe across a forest, maybe over a hill. He'll have to sit only on the floor. He never had anywhere else to sit. He had to walk lots of space. He'll have to travel a lot. So the physical endurance of a caveman, and that is how humanity was designed. Manushyanoda body is still the same. There were certain basic things that he had to do in order to survive. Now over a period of time, what we have done is all that energy has shifted to the brain. Now it is more about, can I be smarter, can I think more, can I make more money, can I become more logical, can I be innovative? Everything has come to the brain and the rest of the body has been ignored. Now any structured program, each program has its own strength. There is nothing that is wrong or bad, except that I would say a lion does not update its Facebook that I walked 5 kilometers today. It's expected to walk. So நம்ம வந்து we get very easily satisfied. So 45-minute walk is, you're supposed to walk. That is your role. That is why you have a body. But we get very satisfied too easily. So we kind of treat that as an exercise. But actually speaking, each of these have their own specialities, their own, how do I say, strengths. Like for example, I have asked this question. In yoga, everything is slowing your breath rate. You have to do something in such a way that your heart rate doesn't elevate. Whereas if you take cardio or strength, everything is pushing, push, push. So I have asked this question when I started my fitness education. I asked, what is the difference? You're telling two opposites and telling me both are healthy. How is it? And I got the beautiful answer. See, our body works on the autonomic nervous system, which is parasympathetic is our rest and recoup system. Sympathetic is our stress, the fight or flight syndrome. And we need both. It's not that one is better, the other is better. Thing is that you should be able to control which you want. Now yoga works directly on your parasympathetic system. So it's always in the rest and recoup mode of trying to push you to that. Strength cardio works on your sympathetic system, but with the idea of parasympathetic reactivation. So that is why a good trainer will never check your heart rate when you are running. He will see recovery rate. Did your heart rate come back after 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes? That is his yardstick. So the recovery rate is what we are looking at. So you're training your body. It's like a vaccine. Namakku and the disease illa, but vaccine la or small amount of that kudutha, our body gets immune, creates the white blood cells and stops it. Same way, by myself I don't have that heart rate. I am pushing myself so that I can get my heart better under control. Sympathetic system works like that only. Core training works on core muscles. Your running works on certain muscles. Your swimming works on certain muscles. Now the problem is, if you see any professional sports person, for example, suppose you're a rower. உங்களுக்கு rowing competition வர சமயம், you should have maximum strength in your arms so that you can win the race, and you are rowing to win the race, so you need. But right through the year, if you are concentrating only on rowing, you will have a very bad lower body. ஏன்னா காலை நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணுறதே இல்லை, உட்காந்தே தான் இருக்கும். So your fitness cannot be based on your peak performance. A fit body is where everything is fit, whether it is food, whether it is sleep, whether it is stress level, whether it is your exercise. So I normally recommend a whole cross. In fact, in our wellness at work itself, we give them the option where we say, you must do strength training, because your muscles are the metabolically most active tissues in your body, and all of us will lose muscle mass as we grow. As we grow older, muscle mass will come down. So in order to ensure that you are keeping your muscles active, you have to lift a certain amount of weight. ஏன்னா நம்ம கணத்துல தண்ணி இழுக்கிறது இல்லை, ப்ளோ பண்ணுறது இல்லை, we don't do anything. So we need a certain amount of strength training, especially women, because women more so, are so prone to osteoporosis and stuff like that. But that is not the only thing. And even if you do a gym exercise, walking in the sunrise to get that oxygen, taking a small jog, swimming, horse riding, skiing, skating, you want to go paragliding, whatever it is that uses your body, be active, be moving right through the day. In fact, today there is a research paper that says even if you exercise 1 hour a day, if you're sitting for 18 hours, you're not healthy. And the 1 hour of exercise cannot compensate for 18 hours of stationary muscle placement. You have to move every hour. So we have something called a Maverick minute, where 1 minute exercise will come. Every hour you're supposed to get up and do something. Either sit and get up, walk and go, something you do, but move your muscles, because your muscles become inactive if you have not moved them. So holistic health and fitness is not about when someone has to climb Mount Everest, they need a certain amount of fitness and stamina. But for the common man, it's not about whether in a peak performer, அந்த வேலையை தவிர வேறு எதுவும் பண்ண வேண்டிய அவசியம் இல்லை. நம்மளுக்கு அப்படி இல்லை. நம்மளுக்கு வந்து எக்ஸசைஸும் பண்ணணும், பின்னாடி ஆஃபீஸ்க்கும் போகணும், குழந்தைகளும் வரும், சமையலும் எல்லாம் பண்ணணும். அப்படி இருக்கிற சமயம் we cannot be focused on only one aspect of it. We have to ensure that we are training ourselves in all arenas, in all ways. In fact, if you have been a good swimmer, it does not mean you can run. If you have been a good runner, it does not mean that you are good at badminton or cricket. And everything has its own specifications, and the more you are able to participate in, the more you will be healthy. So in all planes, in all other, you should be participating in lot many activities and not restricted to only a few. But strength training is mandatory.
It's quite interesting to know a lot of things about strength training and beyond for a common man. You have started your entrepreneurship journey 20 years back, and you have traveled so much actually. You would have seen so many ups and downs. How do you handle, of course, crisis management, if at all, what to say, no precise சொல்லணும் அப்படின்னா failures, how do you handle?
Failures are part of life. யாருக்குமே in any arena, not only entrepreneurship, in any arena, அது ரிலேஷன்ஷிப்பாக இருக்கட்டும், எஜுகேஷனாக இருக்கட்டும், என்னவா இருக்கட்டும், வெறும் அப்ஸே இருந்ததுங்கிற அகராதியே கிடையாது. It has to be part of failures and success are part of the same thing. Now what happens when you're a professional, like for example a dancer? When I was dancing, this program didn't go well, or I didn't get the kind of audience that I wanted, or this, it is a personal, individual loss or failure and success, or there is not too many people involved in it. So you learn to handle it in a very different way, because it's all about you. You have to gain the self-confidence again, go back into the stage, face the camera one more time, do it again, and that's the best way to go ahead. But when you start taking responsibility, because an entrepreneur is not only about himself, it's about the lives of so many people, be it your staff, be it the people you have committed to supply your products or services to. You are responsible for more than just I, me, myself, and there is a huge amount of responsibility that comes with it. Now what happens is, initial stages when we started, we also learnt it the hard way. Initial stages, we never used to plan what could go wrong. So you are only hoping that it's going well and things will keep going well. And suddenly when something goes wrong, you are stuck. You don't have a fallback option, and you're not really sure how to proceed. And then you make mistakes and you rectify, you do what is best. But there is something called an error management, which I learnt that every time something goes wrong, crisis management is in the நிமிஷம் அந்த எப்படியாவது get over it and move ahead. But error management, systematic error management, is when you sit and analyze why that mistake happened and ensure it never repeats, which many people don't do. Because that is why when I again come back to the 2009 crisis of people leaving, it was systematic error management that told me, even if business is yours, even if money is yours, even if place is yours, even if idea is yours, if you are not the person in charge of that service that you call fitness which you are selling, you don't have control over your business. And there is no two opinions about it. I can hire 10 people, but I will still be only dependent on someone else. At any point in time, I should have control. Now then, that is the only solution, that is the only way forward. So systematic error management is, whether it is a small thing, from starting from there is no electricity for 1 week, are you going to work on generator, or something as big as recruitment and people leaving, or something being stolen. We've had it all. Theft has happened, we've had people leaving, we've had great successes where we never expected. We have had people come forward and say that our lives have been changed because this has given us so much opportunity. We've had places where we have not been successful, and I think the whole thing comes from knowing that you cannot shirk your responsibility. It is your responsibility at the end of the day. Very often we try to fix the blame. You want to say my assistant didn't do, or this person didn't do, or something like that. But I think the first step starts with taking responsibility. Yes, it is your business, it's your responsibility. To the last part, it's your responsibility. Second, having taken the responsibility, you can't keep doing the same mistake again and again. You should be able to find solutions by which you are not going to repeat that ever again. Of course, does not mean if you have a solution, it's never going to happen. It will happen, then you will fine tune again. Then you will realize that actually that answer is wrong. You shouldn't have done it at all in the first place. But it is a question of constantly adapting and changing, and not having a fixed mind frame that we have already done this and it will not happen again. So, at every stage we do a lot of systematic error management to ensure that we keep fine tuning our product, fine tuning our services, fine tuning the way, the approach in which we are presenting the whole thing. Whether it is finance, in terms of backup, suddenly one day collections are low, how do you manage? Whether it is in terms of investments, what are the places where you want to ensure your money is there, what are the places where you have to take the call and say this is too big a risk and I do not want to do it. So, everything is a learning curve, and you kind of learn based on that, and including people management, on how much. I always tell my team, systems have to be in place such that tomorrow if one of you do not come, it still has to go on. Tomorrow if I do not come, Maverick will go on because there are systems in place. Then you will ask me, Pinna, if systems are in place, na edukku system allam panniyachuna, nobody can do it the way I do it. That is the pride I take, that systems are in place. Tomorrow if I do not come, things will still go on, but nobody can do it with the same commitment that I do it, and therefore I am needed in the system. And if we can achieve that balance, then we go to places, because now there is a clear cut definition of who does what, where, how, everything is systematized, and we are also very proud of the people who are able to do it with their involvement and commitment and deliver what is expected. So, if we can achieve that balance, I think India will really proceed in a huge way.
What is your future plan?
Lots of plans, lots of ideas. Maverick Fit Kids has taught me that children are the future. That it's not only about whether it is a successful model, it is financially stable, whether people like it, or it's viable, expandable. Adella or side, as a businesswoman, that's different. In some way, I think it is our responsibility to give our children more than what we have. It is important that we give them a world that they can be proud of, and they in turn can take it even further, because I think humanity can evolve only if each one of us is willing to pitch in something to the table. So, Maverick Fit Kids has given me a huge opportunity to come up with a whole host of ideas on how all in the physical arena of fitness, all that one say, but even in other arenas, as I said, I have a little bit of quirks in too many things. So, in areas of trying to be a lot more, maybe bringing in embodied learning in full terms curriculum, trying to become a lot more of experiential learners, where I think if there is one greatest blessing that I have had from Maverick, it is understanding this miracle called human body. The more and more you understand the way it works, the more and more you are in awe and surprise that, wow, idallam pannuma, idallam enak theriyave theriyade. And I think somewhere if we can inspire the little ones to feel that awe, their life will go places, because once they know that they can do so many things, and the body is going to be so efficient and effective in helping them achieve all their dreams, they can do so many things. So, yes, I have a lot of dreams and God willing, they will manifest soon.
As a businesswoman, how do you manage your time professionally and personally? which is most important nowadays because it's very crucial. Lot of people talk about work-life balance.
என்னை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் there are certain things that are slotted into the day and I don't negotiate on them. They are fixed and they will not be negotiated. If at all for any reason there is stress on that, I wake up early and finish it. அவ்வளோதான். I take away a little time from my sleep time and ensure that it is done. For example, I wake up at 4:30 for my meditation and that's not negotiable. So exercise or spending time with my daughter because she's in her final year of college. So I want to grab every moment I can to be with her and ensure that I'm supportive and around whenever she needs me. So there are certain things that are fixed. There are a lot of other things that need to be done and I try to find out how I can delegate it to someone else. Again, this is something that my guru taught me where he said that if someone can do it even at 70% of your efficiency, it's still worth delegating because your time becomes free. And I've been trying to do that to some of the activities because otherwise time is hugely a constraint. But more than that, I think when your energy levels are good, and when I say energy levels, I'm not talking esoterically. I'm talking because one, there is no unnecessary stress. Thought wise, stress is a huge drainer of energy. கார்த்தால எழுந்துக்கிற சமயமே வரியோட எழுந்துட்டா then you don't have energy to do things in life. When you are organized, and in fact my daughter says I may have OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, because I'm hugely organized. I don't waste time on things that are repetitive, so they are there. When you are healthy, so your body is not a drainer of your energy. You're fit and your body can do. So if it's asked to sit in front of it, you can do it for that time without giving time for illness and stuff like that. When your dreams are powerful, so you are not working because something is in a time bound frame, you're working because you want to achieve something. So that gives you the energy to do it. You have already visualized, naaliki when I'm designing a program for the children, I already visualize how those children will feel when they're doing, so that's a huge energy booster. It makes you feel nice, wow, okay, so I add a little giggle here in the music or I add a little pause, whatever, so that gives you the energy. So energy in terms of ensuring that you're not draining energy, and huge drainer is this anavasya gossip, where without any involvement. In fact, my brother asked me once a few years ago, he asked me, how do you find the time to do all this? So I repeated back to him the words that he had once told me. I told him, whether I do it, if I do it, I'm damned by some. If I don't do it, I'm damned by others. Anyway, I'm damned. So might as well do what I want to do. Why should I pay attention to what others are expecting? Let me do what has to be done. So I don't negotiate and ask. So that all those huge drainers already eliminated, it gives you a lot of energy to do what you want to do. Illana, most of our time is wasted on unnecessary bickering, blaming, trying to find loopholes, trying to find shortcuts, and shortcuts don't work. Ultimately, they're not going to work. You have to do it right, and you have to do it right every time. So I think that has been a huge blessing to get the game right and be able to do everything, because it doesn't drain you of energy. At the end of the day, when I retire for bed, I'm not exhausted. In fact, I'm ready. Because I like what I'm doing, and that is a huge bonus. If you don't like, then எழுந்துக்கிற சமயமே ஏண்டாப்பான்னு இருக்குமா இருக்கும், பட் எல்லாம் பிடிச்சி பண்ணுறதுனால இட்ஸ் a huge energy booster.
நிறைய விஷயங்கள் நம்ம டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணிட்டோம். கடைசியாக ஒன்று உங்களுடைய நெக்ஸ்ட் ஜென்ரேஷனுக்கு, அதாவது இன்றைக்கி வந்து இருக்கக்கூடியவங்களுக்கு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஃபிட்னஸும் டீச் பண்ணுறீங்க, யூ கோ டு லாட் ஆஃப் காலேஜஸ் டு கிவ் லெக்சர் விச் ஐ நோ. இப்படி இருக்கும்போது நெக்ஸ்ட் ஜென்ரேஷன் வந்து என்னெல்லாம் பண்ணணும், அதாவது ஒன்று ஒரு சைட் ஆஃப் பீப்புள் வாண்ட்ஸ் ஒன்லி ஐடி ஜாப், பிகாஸ் அவங்களுக்கு வந்து இதுதான் வந்து இது கிடச்சா தான் லைஃபு, வேறு என்டர்ப்ரனர்ஷிப் எடுத்துக்க மாட்டேன் அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு தாட் ப்ராசஸில் இருக்காங்க. ஸோ எல்லாருக்குமே வேலை கிடைக்குதானா இல்லை, லாட் ஆஃப் பீப்புள் ஆர் அன்எம்ப்ளாய்ட் டுடே. அவங்களுக்கு ஆஸ் எ பிஸ்னஸ் உமன் தெர் ஆர் லாட் ஆஃப் ஃபீமேல்ஸ். இன்றைக்கி ஈக்குவல் நம்பர் ஆஃப் ஃபீமேல்ஸ் ஆர் ஸ்டடிங். இப்போ ஒரு இன்ஜினியரிங் காலேஜ்னு எடுத்துகிட்டா எங்களுடைய எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஈக்குவல் நம்பர் ஆஃப் ஃபீமேல்ஸ் ஆர் தேர். அவங்களுக்குமான ஒரு காமன் அட்வைஸ் வாட் யூ டெல் தம் ஆக்சுவலி ஆர் அதர் ஒரு எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ்?
என்னை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் ஹியூமன் பீயிங்கிறது இஸ் நாட் அ ப்ராடக்ட். இப்போ வந்து செங்கல் பண்ணுறோம் அப்படின்னா அதுக்கு ஸ்டாண்டர்டைசேஷன் இருக்குது. இவ்வளோ தான் சைஸ் இருக்கணும், இவ்வளோ தான் வெயிட் இருக்கணும், இந்த கலரில் தான் இருக்கணும், வாட் எவர் இஸ் த ஸ்பெசிஃபிகேஷன். இன் எனி இண்டஸ்ட்ரி யூ கோ தெர் இஸ் அ assembly line and we are hugely successful in industrialization because of assembly line. So பண்ணது பண்ணிட்டே இருப்பாங்க, அப்படியே இருக்கும். பட் மனுஷனாக பிறந்தா that is total waste. It is not about whether you want to be an entrepreneur or you want to be an IT professional or a teacher or what. I am not going into what you choose to be in expression grounds, but I think you should give a part of you in it. If you are not involved, because யாரோ சொல்லி தந்ததை அப்படியே ஒப்பிச்சு பண்ணுறதுக்கு மெஷின் பொறுமே. a computer will do the same thing again and again and again. If you are in that post, you are something about you should be involved into that work so that it will transform. Even if it is an IT professional, it's not about I know the language, so the logic is already there and I'll program it the same way. No. What is it that you have brought to the table? What is it your contribution to the table? And if you are willing to contribute to the table, wherever you are, you will be hugely successful, not because that product is successful, because that product has a bit of you in it. That has one bit of your soul in it and therefore it will be successful. Our problem is repetition. Nobody wants to try anything new. And in the name of newness, I am not saying you have to risk everything and start your own. Maybe you are not ready to be an entrepreneur. It's okay. Even if you are only a employee, even if you want to go back to classroom, you want to teach, curriculum is already defined by the government. Can you teach in a way where nobody else can teach the way you teach? You want to be a sports person, same rules, same thing only. You cannot change the rules, you cannot do. But can you bring a part of you where nobody else can do it the way you do it? Whatever it is, you are cooking, you are a housewife, you like looking after the house and you want to be a housewife. Can you be such a housewife that nowhere there will be a lack of peace? People will rely on you for your advice. Whatever you do, my problem is not on what they do. My problem is on how much they are willing to give. Problem is you are not willing to participate in it fully. என்னவா இருக்கட்டும், உங்களோட அந்த மன ஈடுபாடு கொடுத்தா you will be a success, world renowned success in that. அது கொடுக்கலனா you are just another assembly line product and you have wasted, because there is nothing there that cannot be replaced. The thing that cannot be replaced is you, and if you are willing to give you into it, it cannot be replaced by anybody at any point in time. And if we can get that game right, that's why I tell the children every time I say, you don't have to follow, the rules are given because there needs to be a discipline. Rules are given because your liberty ends where the next person's nose begins. Discipline is very, very crucial. But within that discipline, you should be able to be yourself. If you are not yourself, then you are depriving yourself of the uniqueness that you have brought to the world. And with that only we can build a new future. Because if we keep making everyone into bricks and mortar, அதுக்கு மனுஷன் எதுக்கு? தேவையே இல்லையே. So wishing everyone an opportunity to discover who they are. I think that will change the face of humanity and the way we live life.
It was quite interesting and inspiring because நம்ம வந்து நார்மலாக பிஸ்னஸ் உமன் அப்படின்னா ஒரு ப்ராடக்டை பற்றி பேசுவோம். இன்றைக்கி நம்ம பேசுனது வந்து இட் இஸ் மோர் அபவுட் ஃபிட்னஸ் ஆக்சுவலாக. பிகாஸ் லைஃப்பில் இன்றைக்கி எல்லாருக்குமே வந்து ஃபிட்னஸ் இஸ் அ பார்ட் ஆஃப் லைஃப்ங்கிற மாதிரி கொண்டு வந்துட்டாங்க. வெதர் இட் இஸ் வாக்கிங், நிறைய அவேர்னஸ் வந்ததுக்கப்புறம் ஐ திங்க் யூ ஹேவ் அ great future in terms of business because இன்னைக்கு awareness level is increasing. So I'm happy to meet you at this juncture.
Thank you so much. Thanks for including me in your project.